Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Adam with Tales of Inspiration. I'm back here on Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Just to tell you guys a little bit about social media and the smartphones and the whole generation growing up with them, and just what people might be missing out on, or probably are missing out on, just by being so into our smartphones and everything. Nowadays, everybody's connected to the internet. Everybody's connected to everybody else through their smartphones. They keep their whole life practically on a little phone that you carry around with you every day. You lose that, you lose a ton of stuff. It's worse than losing a passport or a social security card, because it probably has way more information on it. And so social media is a huge thing with everybody nowadays. We use it to, mostly it seems like everybody uses it to look and snoop on other people's lives and post pictures about how great their lives are. And this is a good thing because everybody can connect with everybody else, and it's easy access to people and other people around the world. But at the same time, there's a lot of bad effects that people don't realize from social media, what it does. I read things about studies how people, even with text messages, just like text messages, a lot of people rely on social media text messages to make them feel better when they're not feeling so good. They said that there's a scientific study that endorphins in your brain, whenever you get a text message from somebody, it makes you feel good, because kind of like getting mail or getting something, it stimulates your mind, and people rely on that to make them feel good a lot of time. And same thing with the whole social media, the like system, the comments on photos, and it's all cool to post stuff and keep everybody updated on how your life is going, but you can't let people determine your happiness, and you can't let the likes and the comments that you get on photos determine your happiness. You got to be able to separate that from the actual people that are around you every day in life. Say you have a close group of friends that you hang out with in day-to-day life, and then you have these millions, not millions, but like thousands of other friends on social media. Maybe you do have a million friends. There's a ton of people that have a million followers and 100,000 followers, and I hardly know, I wouldn't even know a fraction of that number of people in real life. But yeah, so a lot of people, they get down, and I know people have been upset because they'll post something that they're passionate about on social media, and I hear that all the time, how the internet is savage, and they'll rip you apart, and there's a bunch of trolls out there just looking to make stupid comments or put you down or whatever it is. Or you can't listen to all that. You gotta be able to tune that out. You gotta just be able to ignore it. You gotta just, if you're gonna post something online, you post it up there, and you can't let all that negative. Sure, you can let the positive stuff, because I mean, it'll make you feel good. It's not going to bring you down, but you can't be listening to all the negative things that people are saying, or comments, or say you put up a picture or something or a video and you don't get a lot of likes on it. That doesn't mean that it's not good. It doesn't mean anything. It just means a lot of people didn't watch it or whatever. But it has nothing to do with the greatness or anything of whatever it is that you're putting up and the amount of likes you get. I mean, I heard that Instagram is trying to do away with the whole like thing, but I don't know. See what they do. But anyways, the whole thing is everybody's got to take a step back and, not be. It's good to not be connected. I've heard people doing that all the time, just like that. You go to dinner with friends, family, whoever, and everybody's on their phone. Nobody's really paying attention to each other. And I think we forget a lot of the time that human interaction with the person right across from you is a lot more important than interacting with somebody from God knows where, how far away. And you got that personal time. There's nothing really more that could replace the intimate personal times like that, when you're one-on-one or in a little group hanging out with friends, family, and all that stuff. I suggest that everybody should take some time just to spend it, not have their phones, not be on the internet, Just enjoy. Who knows, you'll probably fight, you'll probably argue, but you know what, that's part of life. Everybody has their little arguments, but in the end you got to realize that that's what's important. You got to realize that you got to not be so stuck on the internet, because there's this whole generation growing up that's just, they grew up connected to the internet. I mean, a lot of us grew up, we barely had the internet when we were in high school, maybe around that time, and it's not such a huge part of our lives, even though it's been around for so long. But most people, they nowadays, they grow up and that's how they're born. Little kids have their iPads, little kids are on their tablets and whatever, little kids are on their phones messing around with it. It's just normal to them. But you gotta limit it. You gotta, just like anything, you gotta have that balance, and you gotta know how to keep the balance with everything, because what do they always say? Too much of a good thing is or too much of anything is a bad thing. I was thinking of that country song, too much of a good thing is a good thing. But yeah, it's like that. Too much of anything is a bad thing. You have too much, whatever it is, and it becomes a problem. So you gotta have that balance. So everybody should take a step back, take a moment. Just I've talked a while back about a sensory deprivation tank, and again, I would say you should check one of those out. You go in there, and it's the only time that your mind is completely free and just wanders, and you'll be amazed how entertained you could be without having anything around you besides your own mind. So hopefully this inspires you to get out, do something, visit with people, get off the social media for a bit, put it down, realize that you don't have to be on there all the time. I know I was like that for a bit too. You get excited because the social media, it's exciting. You post stuff, people like it, they comment, and you're just constantly checking your phone. It's kind of the same thing like when email was attached to your phones, and then everybody's constantly checking their email, just seeing every like 5 minutes if they're getting something new, because whatever those endorphins get triggered when you get something, it makes you feel like a sense of acceptance, or makes you feel like, I don't know, you're important, or whatever it is that it does. But I mean, none of that stuff really matters too much. So like I said, keep that balance, and maybe this will inspire you to go hang out with people, go just do whatever, just maybe go take a bit in that sensory deprivation tank. My light just went out, so I'll say thanks for tuning in, subscribe, like, and I'll see you next time.